good evening, and welcome to the gymnasium at Weslaco East High School. K-West bringing you Weslaco EastLady Wildcat Volleyball. Your Lady Wildcats coming into tonight's contest 1-0 in district play as they kicked off district play this past weekend with a win over Donna North. Edinburg High comes in as defending champions of District 31 6A. They had an open schedule this past weekend, so tonight is their first district opener. They bring in a pretty solid squad with 8 ladies returning from last year's district championship squad. Your Lady Wildcats are bringing 5 back from last year's team, which include Adriana Gonzalez, Laisha Castillo, Megan Gonzalez, Erlinda Amaya, Arlis Munoz, and Brisa Guzman. Arlis Munoz and Brisa Guzman also were all district mentions from last year's squad. Well, tonight, the Lady Bobcats will be serving first. Lady Wildcats wearing their black jerseys and black shorts. Lady Bobcats in their blue jerseys and red shorts. On the court right now, we've got Jaylene Mata, Arlis Munoz. We're getting started, Bobcats with the serve. Set up to the back row to Brisa. She gets it across for the Lady Wildcats. That one is a cross, and that one is Ariana Guerra. And the Lady Wildcats get that one into the net. So the first point of tonight's match goes to the Lady Bobcats. They are up 1-0. Also on the court, Laisha Castillo along with libero Adriana Gonzalez. That one is going to the back row to the libero. And Brisa back row spike goes a little wide. And it's 2-0 Lady Bobcats. Lady Wildcats attacking early tonight. That one a little low, and the Lady Wildcats cannot get to that one, and that's an ace, and it's 3-0 Lady Bobcats. Natalie Hernandez is serving for the Lady Bobcats. Brisa breaks serve, and it's pushed right across by Erlinda Maya. This time the Lady Bobcats get it across. Very well played there up against the net. Lady Wildcats on one, get it across. So do the Lady Bobcats. Amaya set to the middle to Munoz. She gets it over, and that one is sent right back by the Lady Bobcats. Munoz asking for it, but it goes to the top. Lady Bobcats doing a great job keeping it in play. Good volley here from your Lady Wildcats, and a great knockdown by Munoz in the middle. And that's the first point of the night for your Lady Wildcats. Munoz with a good eye of the court, putting it in a spot where there's no one that could get to it. Laisha Castillo serving for your Lady Wildcats. Pushed over by the Lady Bobcats. Amaya with the set. Back row pushes it over. And the Lady Bobcats cannot get it over in regulation, so this is going to be a point for your Lady Wildcats, and now the score is 2-3, down by 1. Castillo is serving for your Lady Wildcats. Did not quite see what happened, but I think there was maybe someone out of position maybe. And the point goes to the Lady Wildcats. The score is now tied at 3. Coach Dominguez came and chatted it over with the referee, got clarification. And so we are back to regular play. That one sails wide, and point Lady Wildcats. They are up for the first time tonight, 4-3. Castillo doing a great job serving. Gets it back to row to the libero, middle setter. Hit hard and long by Rodriguez, and it's another point for your Lady Wildcats. 5 straight points from your Lady Wildcats and Laisha Castillo, and they lead 5-3. Setting it up to the libero. That one goes back to libero for your Lady Wildcats. Munoz pushing it over. Set up. This time it's going to be bumped over by the Lady Bobcats. Amaya to Brisa, and that one is over, but it's saved by the Lady Bobcats. But they're going to call a double hit, and that's 6 straight points from your Lady Wildcats. And Coach Dominguez wants to slow things down and calls a timeout to talk things over with the Lady Bobcats, making sure they got everything in order. As we mentioned earlier, this is their first game tonight, first district game at that. So they are having a little bit of communication problems. Of course, your Lady Wildcats looking really strong here. 6 straight points off the service of Laisha Castillo. And, of course, a lot of hustle from the Lady Wildcats. Coach Nava's got to be pleased with what she's seen so far this evening. Giving some instructions to her girls, making sure that they continue to do what they are doing. And communication is keen. So buzzer sounds, we're going to get back to live action. Once again, we are in the first set of this district contest between the Lady Wildcats and the Lady Bobcats of Edinburg High School. 6-3 is your score. Lady Wildcats on top in this one. Laisha Castillo continues to serve for your Lady Wildcats. Goes to the back row. Middle setter getting it like libero to libero. Amaya with the set. Munoz brings it down hard, and that's saved by Guerra. Bobcats get it back across. Amaya with another set. This time to Brisa Guzman. Libero saves it. Little push across, and a great job by Gonzalez. Lots of hustle, but can't get it over. And it's going to be point Lady Bobcats, and service goes back to the Lady Bobcats. 4-6, they are trailing in the first set. And Ariana Guerra serving. Great job there at the net by Del Villar. Point Lady Bobcats. Guerra serving. Returning from last year's district championship squad. Brisa Guzman hard, has it blocked. And the Lady Wildcats can't recover. And now the Lady Bobcats have tied it up at 6. Guerra with the service. Gonzalez, back row spike. Point Lady Wildcats. 7-6 is your score. Adriana Gonzalez, the senior, also returning from last year's squad, will be serving for your Lady Wildcats. Middle set. Knocked over by Rodriguez. Lady Wildcats can't get to it. Point Lady Bobcats, and we're tied at 7. Substitution coming onto the court is Bree Salinas. She's replacing Kristen Salinas. Good hustle by Gonzalez. They got to get it over. And they do not. Point goes over to the Lady Bobcats. They are up 8-7. Julissa Santa Maria serving for the Lady Bobcats. Guzman, Amaya, Mata, get it over. That one's pushed. Lady Wildcats got it back across. Setting it up in the middle. Good job by the Lady Wildcats. Brissa jumped a little too early for that one. And it's point Lady Bobcats. 9-7 they lead. Santa Maria with the service. Amaya setting. Guzman into the net. Point Lady Bobcats. They are up 10-7. Coach Nava calling a timeout to get things discussed. You're enjoying Lady Wildcat Volleyball right here on K-West. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Weslaco East High School is where we are at. K-West bringing you Lady Wildcat Volleyball. We are in set one. Lady Wildcats trailing 7-10. Santa Maria serving for the Lady Bobcats. Amaya setting it up. Back row, Gonzalez bumps it over. Trying to set up something in the middle for Rodriguez, but not. They come to the side to Salinas, and she smacks one wide, and it's point Lady Wildcats. 8-10 is your score. Couple of substitutions being made. Coming onto the court is going to be Magali Larraga, the sophomore, along with Megan Gonzalez. Larraga also serving. Back row, set up to Rodriguez. She's going to push it over. Larraga sets it up. That one's hit into the net. Point Lady Bobcats. Hannah Vega will be serving. Lady Bobcats lead 11-8. Gonzalez, Larraga, Guzman, back row. Lady Bobcats got to get this one over, and they do. That one is going to be set by Larraga, back set. Good hit from Gonzalez. Lady Bobcats able to get something going, but that one goes into the net, and it's going to be point Lady Wildcats. They trail 9-11. Brisa Guzman now serving for your Lady Wildcats. This one's set down to the bottom of your screen to Deviar, and she brings it down hard, and it's point Lady Bobcats. Brisa Guzman will take a breather onto the court. It's going to be Alyssa Medina, the senior. Vianney Trevino serving. Larraga setting. That is Perez getting it across for the Lady Wildcats. Lady Bobcats bring it right back. Larraga setting in the middle for Mesa, and that one doesn't get across, so it's going to be point Lady Bobcats, and they are up 13-9. We're in the first set here at Weslaco East High School. Trevino serving. Setting it up in the middle to Gonzalez. Lady Bobcats. Natalie Hernandez with the point for the Lady Bobcats. 14-9 they lead. Trevino serving. Larraga sets it up in the middle for Gonzalez. And they're going to say that's a little long. Point Lady Bobcats. 15-9, the lead is 6. Coach Nava calls another timeout. She wants to discuss things over with her girls, see what's going on. 15-9 is the score. They're trailing by 6. A couple of missed opportunities. A couple of the responses going a little long. See if she can get those straightened out, and of course get everybody to get in the right areas to be able to defend the attacks from the Lady Bobcats. Looks like she's discussed or said what she needed to say to her ladies, and they are back out on the court first. Trailing 15-9 here in the first set. Lady Bobcats back on the court. Trevino serving for the Lady Bobcats. That one sails out of bounds, and it's going to be point Lady Bobcats. 16-9 is now the score. They lead by 7. Trevino. Larraga setting it up. That is Gonzalez bringing it across. Lady Bobcats got to get it over, and they do. Mesa, Larraga back to Mesa. She gets it over. Lady Bobcats setting up something right there in the middle, and that's Hernandez with the point for the Lady Bobcats. 17-9 is now your score. Trevino with the serve. Larraga setting it up in the middle to Gonzalez. Lady Bobcats trying to get to it. They can't. And now the Lady Wildcats with another point. Trying to cut into that lead, down 10-7. Mesa now serving for the Lady Wildcats. Little communication problem looked like, but the Lady Bobcats recover quickly as they get it across. Set it up in the middle for Munoz. Munoz gets it down hard, and Lady Bobcats trying to get that one back. They do, but they carry, so it's point Lady Wildcats. 11-17 they trail. Mesa with the serve. Lady Bobcats send it back, but out of bounds. Nipping away at the lead is the Lady Wildcats. Mesa to the back row. Lady Bobcats got to get it over, and they do. Munoz sets it up. Gets it across is Perez. Lady Bobcats setting something up to the back row. They bring it over. Munoz, a great save. What athleticism from that young lady. They're going to call a double hit. They're going to call a carry on the Lady Wildcats. So that's point Lady Bobcats. 18-12, they lead. Kristen Salinas serving for the Lady Bobcats. Set it up to Gonzalez. Gonzalez coming down hard with that one. Lady Bobcats able to keep it going. Munoz bumps it over. They're going to set something up in the middle to Hernandez, and that's going to be wide. Point Lady Wildcats. 13-18, they trail. Erlinda Amaya comes back onto the court. She'll also be serving. Gets it to the back row. Libero bringing it over. Gonzalez with a great dig. Lady Wildcats got to get it over. They do not. Point Lady Bobcats. 19-13. Vega taking a breather. Rodriguez coming in relief. Hernandez serving into the net. Point Lady Wildcats. Brisa Guzman and Danielle Castillo on the court. Castillo will go back to serve. Lady Wildcats trail by 5, 14-19. That one goes right over. Net play. Munoz at the net. They're going to call her for a double hit. And it's going to be point Lady Bobcats. Ariana Guerra now serving for the Lady Bobcats. Amaya setting it up to Gonzalez. Gonzalez with a back row spike. Up in the middle to Rodriguez. She just dinks it over. Wildcats able to get it right back. Great play at the net. Good hustle by your Lady Wildcats. Gonzalez, Guzman getting it over. Vega for the Lady Bobcats. And they call a carry on the Lady Bobcats, and that's a point for your Lady Wildcats. A couple of substitutions made for the Lady Wildcats. Gonzalez back to serve. She gets it across. Setting up in the middle to Rodriguez. She pushes it over. Double hit called on the Lady Wildcats. Point Lady Bobcats. 21-15 is the score. Here we are in the first set. Salinas will take a breather and be replaced by Salinas. Amaya with the set. Escobedo sending it over. Rodriguez bumps it across. Gonzalez. Amaya is going to set it to Brisa Guzman, and she brings it down hard. And they're going to call a net infraction on the Lady Bobcats, and that's point for your Lady Wildcats. 16-21 is now the score. Megan Castillo along with Talissa Salinas coming onto the court, and Salinas will step back and will be serving for your Lady Wildcats. Gets it over. Lady Bobcats into the net. Point, Lady Wildcats. Trailing by 4 here in the first set, 17-21. Salinas. Vega setting something up to Salinas. Gonzalez, good hustle. Lady Wildcats got to get it over, and they do, but that one sails just a little wide, and it's going to be point, Lady Bobcats. (22-17), Lady Bobcats leading this one. Vega serving. In the middle, set. Gonzalez, little long with that one. 23-17, Lady Bobcat lead. Vega with the serve. Going to be set to the back row. It's got to go over, and it doesn't. 24-17. Set point for the Lady Bobcats. Salinas with the set at the net, and it's knocked over by Salinas for the Lady Bobcats, and the first set goes to the Lady Bobcats, 25-17. We'll be back with the second set right here on K-West. Welcome back to the Weslaco East High School Gymnasium. K-West bringing you 31-6A girls volleyball. It is your Lady Wildcats taking on the Lady Bobcats of Edinburg High. We're just about to get underway here in set number 2. Lady Bobcats took the first one, 25-17. Amaya will be serving for your Lady Wildcats here in the second set. Looks like Coach Dominguez got all her substitutions and the people in the spots where they need to be, discussing a couple of things with the official. Looks like everything's gotten squared away. Coach Nava says, hey, my girls are ready. Gives them a nod. So here we go, getting ready to get underway once again. It's going to be Erlinda Amaya serving for your Lady Wildcats. That one goes over. Vega, middle set to Rodriguez. She can't get it across, and the first point in set number 2 goes to your Lady Wildcats. Amaya serving. They're going to call a carry. 2-0 Lady Wildcats. That one goes to the back row. Vega going to set it up. Gets it to Santa Maria. She gets it over in the middle with Munoz. And Munoz finds an empty spot and attacks it. Amaya serving. Back to Vega. In the middle to Rodriguez. She's just going to push it over. Amaya setting something up to Gonzalez. That one goes into the net. And that's the first point for the Lady Bobcats. Lady Bobcats, Vega will be serving. Munoz sends it over. They bring it right back. A little communication error by your Lady Wildcats. Service by the Lady Bobcats. Point, Lady Bobcats. 4-3 is the score. They lead. Amaya pushes it right over to the Lady Bobcats. In the middle, good job by Munoz. Sending it right back. Good block in the middle. Gonna set it up to Munoz. Good dig there from Vega. Great job by the Lady Wildcats. Mata. And that one's gonna be a little long. And it's gonna be point, Lady Bobcats. 5-3 is the score. Vega serving. Laisha bringing it down hard, but a good job by the libero to send it or keep it in play. That one goes long. Lady Wildcats trail by 1, 4-5. Laisha Castillo will now be serving. Down 1. Gets it across to Vega. Gonna set something up in the middle. That's Hernandez. Lady Wildcats got to get it over. Guzman does just that. Sending up in the middle again to Garcia. And she brings it down, and that's point, Lady Bobcats. They're up 6-4. Guerra serving. Castillo. Munoz. Back to the Lady Bobcats. They're going to just push it across. Santa Maria is going to do just that. Brissa sending it right back to the Lady Bobcats. Great job there by Gonzalez. Lady Wildcats got to get it over. And a good job by Munoz doing that. Playing a little closer to the net, Devillar, but a great job controlling her body and keeping it in play. This time she sends it down hard, and it's point, Lady Bobcats. 7-4 is the score. They lead. Guerra now serving for the Lady Bobcats. Great job there in adjustment by the Lady Wildcats. That one is long and out. Point, Lady Wildcats, 5-7. Gonzalez coming back onto the court. Gonzalez will be serving. Adriana Gonzalez is serving. Setting it up in the middle to Hernandez. Great job there by by Gonzalez sending it across. And that one is placed perfectly right inside the back line, and it's point, Lady Wildcats. Great play there by your Lady Wildcats. They trail by 1, 6-7. Ariana Gonzalez with the serve. In the middle to Hernandez. Lady Wildcats send it right back. Gonna set something up to Guzman. Guzman right in the corner. Back-to-back points. And it's now tied at 7. Adriana Gonzalez serving. It's going to be set back to Vega. Vega sends it across. In the middle to Gonzalez. They keep it alive, do the Lady Bobcats. Brissa sets it up. They got to get it over, and they do. Good job by Gonzalez tracking that one down. Vega, long, point, Lady Wildcats. They take the lead for the first time here in set number 2. They are, for the second time here in set number 2. They are up 8-7. They're going to set something up in the middle to Hernandez. This time it's Mata sending it over for your Lady Wildcats. Lady Bobcats found the dead zone. Tie it up at 8. Bree Salinas coming onto the court, replacing Kristen Salinas. Julissa Santa Maria serving for the Lady Bobcats. Gonzalez bringing it over for the Lady Wildcats. Ariana setting it up to Amaya to Guzman. This time it's Del Villa bringing it over for the Lady Bobcats, and the point for the Lady Bobcats. They're up 9-8. Amaya with the set in the middle to Brisa Guzman. She sets a little dink over. Lady Bobcats cannot handle it, and it's now tied at 9. Magali Larraga back on the court, giving Jaylin Mata a little breather. Larraga with the serve to the back row, setting it up to Salinas. Great job there by Adriana Gonzalez. Guzman bringing it across for Lady Wildcats. Lady Bobcats push it right back over. In the middle, that's Gonzalez, and that one sails just a little wide. Point, Lady Bobcats. (10-9) is their lead. Natalie Hernandez will now be serving. Back to Gonzalez. Set up in the middle to Gonzalez, and that one is a little long. Gonzalez to Gonzalez to Gonzalez. Point, Lady Bobcats, 11-9. They lead by 2. Ariana Gonzalez will spike that one from the back row, and it goes. They're going to say that was in, and that's point, Lady Wildcats. 10-11 is the score. They trail by 1. Brisa Guzman serving for your Lady Wildcats. In the middle, set by Santa Maria. Pushed across by the Lady Bobcats. Brisa's going to bump it over. Set by Santa Maria in the middle to Rodriguez. She's going to just push it over. Gonzalez has got to get it over, and she does. That's Vega. Back to Santa Maria, back to Rodriguez. And that's point, Lady Bobcats. 12-10, they lead by 2. Alyssa Medina on the court for your Lady Wildcats. Brisa Guzman getting a little water break. Vianney Trevino serving for the Lady Bobcats. Gonzalez. They get that one over. Escobedo does. Set in the middle to Rodriguez. She comes down hard, and a great job there by Medina to keep it alive. Perez gets it over for the Lady Wildcats. And just a quick turnaround by Salinas for the Bobcats. And it's point, Lady Bobcats. 13-10 is their lead. There's a timeout called on the court. So we're going to take one along with them. You're enjoying Lady Wildcat Volleyball right here on KWS. Welcome back to the gymnasium at Weslaco East High School. KWS bringing you Lady Wildcat Volleyball. We are in set number 2. Lady Wildcats trailing 10-13 to the Lady Bobcats of Edinburg High. That one is in the middle to Amaya. Lady Bobcats can't get it across. They get it into the net, and that's another point for your Lady Wildcats. Cut the lead to 2. Gonzalez is going to take a breather. Munoz back on the court. Serving for your Lady Wildcats is Megan Gonzalez. Setting up something to Vega. Vega sends it across. That's Gonzalez. To the corner to Perez. Lady Wildcats got to get it over, and they do. Great job, great hustle, great teamwork. Rodriguez pushing it over. Setting it up to the corner to Perez. Perez all the way to the back row to Vega. Setting up something to Salinas for the Lady Bobcats. She gets it across. Lady Wildcats got to get it over. Munoz pushes it over. Santa Maria trying to find a dead zone, but great hustle by the Lady Wildcats. And the ball sails into no man's land, and it's point Lady Bobcats. 14-11 is their lead. Salinas replacing Salinas. We've seen that substitution a few times here tonight. Bree Salinas and Kirsten Salinas. Escobedo trying to get it over into the net. Point Lady Bobcats. 15-11, they lead. Kristen Salinas serving. Escobedo. Munoz. Point Lady Wildcats. 12-15. They trail by 3. Amaya. And Mata coming onto the court. Larraga. And Gonzalez. I'm sorry, not Gonzalez, but didn't see who else came off the court. My apologies. Rodriguez in the middle. But a great job there by your Lady Wildcats. Net play by the Lady Bobcats. Rodriguez adds another point to the total of the Lady Bobcats, and it's now 16-12. Hannah Vega serving for the Lady Bobcats. Gonzalez, Perez, Munoz gets it over at the net. Lady Bobcats push it across. And that's going to be a double hit on the Lady Bobcats. Point Lady Wildcats. Danielle Castillo coming back onto the court, and she's also going to serve. Perez taking a breather, as is Medina. Setting it up in the middle to Hernandez. Munoz. Back row save by the Lady Bobcats. In the middle to Hernandez. She gets it over. Erlinda to Brisa Guzman. And a great save from Hannah Vega. They bump it back over to the Lady Wildcats. Munoz at the net. Sends it over. And that is Kristen Salinas saving it. Another set to Munoz. This one time it's blocked at the net. But the Lady Wildcats answer. That goes to the back row, and it's saved by the Lady Bobcats. Great job by Mata at the net, and the Lady Wildcats can't send it over, and it's going to be a point for the Lady Bobcats. 17-13 is their lead. Timeout called on the court. Great volleys by both sides. A lot of great hustle, as we've seen them really being able to get to the ball, and we've seen some great net play as well. Munoz playing really well at the net. Amaya doing some great jobs with the sets. We've seen for the Lady Bobcats, Del Villar and Rodriguez playing some really good net play as well. So the Lady Wildcats are back on the court, trailing 13-17. Lady Bobcats just about to break their huddle, and they do. They're back on the court. Ariana Guerra is going to be serving for the Lady Bobcats. She gets it across. Guzman, Gonzalez, back to Guzman. And a great job dinking it over, and the Lady Bobcats can't answer, and that's another point for your Lady Wildcats. 14-17. Munoz going to take a breather. And Mesa will come onto the court. Gonzalez with the serve, back to Vega. Set. And that's going to be Del Villar sending it across for the Lady Bobcats. Good save there by Salinas. They push it over. Brisa Guzman, what play! They're going to say she came across the line. But you cannot deny the hustle because she extended herself, and I don't know how she did it that close to the net, but was able to get it up. Point Lady Bobcats, 18-14. Great job there by Gonzalez, and it's point Lady Wildcats. Cut the lead to 3. Escobedo and Salinas coming onto the court. Amaya and Mata taking a breather. Salinas serving. Pushed across by Santa Maria. Set up to Guzman. Block Lady Bobcats and the point. 19-15 here in set number 2. Rodriguez coming back on for Lady Bobcats. She'll be replacing Hannah Vega. Serving is Hernandez. Wildcats can't get it across. Point Lady Bobcats. That one is sent over on the first hit at the net. Lady Wildcats send it back over. Rodriguez in the middle. Lady Wildcats don't have an answer for that one. 21-15, they trail. Hernandez continues to serve for the Lady Bobcats. Castillo. Sent over by Escobedo, Set up to Guzman. Guzman with some great net play. Lady Bobcats trying to set it across, but at the net is Gonzalez, denying them that one. Gonzalez comes down hard, and the Lady Bobcats cannot answer, and it's a point for Lady Wildcats. 21-16, they trailing by 5. Lizette Garcia, the junior on the court. Brisa Guzman serving. First hit right over. And Gonzalez sending it back. But a block by the Lady Bobcats. And this time Gonzalez puts it right back, and the Lady Bobcats can't get to it. And it's another point for your Lady Wildcats, cutting the lead to 4. 17-21, they trail. Guzman with the serve. Vega to Santa Maria. Del Villar in the middle. Hernandez. Gonzalez, but the Lady Bobcats answer. Again in the middle to Gonzalez. Vega digging that one out of the ground. Rodriguez trying to dink it, and she does. Point Lady Bobcats. 22-17, extend the lead to 5. Alyssa Medina on the court, replacing Brisa Guzman. Del Villar for the Lady Bobcats will take a seat, and Vianney Trevino will replace her, and she'll also be serving. Lady Wildcats got to get it over, and they do, but great net play there from Rodriguez. Lady Wildcats send it back across. In the middle, Salinas. She gets it across, point Lady Bobcats, 23-17. Trevino serving. Set. Double hit. 24-17. Trevino with the serve. In the middle. Set up to Escobedo, and she brings it down hard for the point for your Wildcats. 18-24, they trail. Gonzalez will be serving for your Lady Wildcats. She sends it across. Santa Maria pushes it over. In the middle, set up by Salinas. At the net, Lady Wildcats, Munoz. A little too much to handle there. Rodriguez didn't have an answer. Point, Lady Wildcats, 19-24. They trail by 5. Gonzalez serving. Santa Maria on the second shot, sends it across into an empty spot, 25-19. Lady Bobcats win set number 2. They lead 2-0 going to the third set. They're going to change sides, and as they do, we'll take a break. We'll be back with the third set right here on K-West.
Before Dania Pulido became an attorney, she was a student at Weslaco ISD. She was a member of the National Honor Society and a cheerleader. She earned her degree from St. Mary's University, then graduated from St. Mary's University School of Law. Now she is Dania Pulido, attorney at law for Texas Legal Services Center in Austin. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Dania Pulido, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
Welcome back to Weslaco East High School. K-West bringing you District 31 6A Girls Volleyball. It's your Lady Wildcats taking on the Lady Bobcats of Edinburg High. Natalie Hernandez serving for the Lady Bobcats, and they get the first point of the third set. Lady Bobcats lead 2-0. Took the first one 25-17. Took the second one 25-19. Hernandez serving. Castillo sends it across, and the Lady Bobcats cannot answer. 1-1 is the score. Laisha Castillo now serving. Sends it over. Setting up something to Rodriguez. She pushes it over. Brissa with the save. In the middle to Munoz. Munoz, little too long. And it's point Lady Bobcats. They lead 2-1. We are in the third set here at Weslaco East High School. Celeste Del Villar back on the court. Vianney Trevino will take a breather. Gonzalez, Castillo, back to Gonzalez. Sends it to the back row. Middle set to Rodriguez. She gets it over. Point Lady Bobcats. 3-1 is the score. Lady Bobcats leading in the third set. Guerra now serving. Castillo. Guzman. Amaya. Back row. Setting it up to Hernandez. Double hit. Point Lady Wildcats. 2-3, they trail. Gonzalez on the court. Munoz taking a breather. Ariana Gonzalez, the libero, serving. Setting it up to the libero, Vega. She sends it over. In the middle, that is Gonzalez, and she brings it over with authority, and the score is now tied at 3. Ariana Gonzalez serving for your Lady Wildcats. Lady Bobcats to Vega. Vega into the net. Point Lady Wildcats. They now lead 4-3. Gonzalez. That one is out of play. Point Lady Wildcats, 5-3. They lead by 2. Middle set to Rodriguez. She sends it across. Gonzalez to Amaya. Guzman. hits it to where they ain't, and that's another point for your Lady Wildcats. 6-3 they lead. Gonzalez with the serve. Del Villar bumps it over. Amaya with the set in the middle to Gonzalez. Lady Bobcats, back row bump across. Amaya to Guzman. Guzman pushes it across. Lady Bobcats got to hurry. They do, and they get it across. Amaya sets it up to Mata. She sends it over. Point Lady Wildcats, carry on the Lady Bobcats. They lead 7-3. Seeing some great play by your Lady Wildcats. A lot of hustle, a lot of communication. Great setting there from Amaya. She's doing a great job setting it to a couple of her favorites, one being Brisa Guzman and the other being Megan Gonzalez. Coach Nava happy with what she sees right now here in the third set. They lead 7-3. Trail 2-0 as the Lady Bobcats took set number 1 and set number 2, 25-17 and 25-19. Coach Dominguez using all of the 60 seconds that are allotted to her. They break and are back on the court. Ariana Gonzalez serving for your Lady Wildcats. Rotation problem charged to the Lady Bobcats, and it's a point for your Lady Wildcats. Eight-3 is the score. Get some clarification from the referee, and they've got it all cleared up. Gonzalez with a good serve. Sent across on the second shot. Guzman will bump it across. Set up in the middle. Looked like Rodriguez was going to take it, but Del Villar decided to bump it over. In the middle to Hernandez. And she makes the Bobcats pay. 9-3 is now your score. Gonzalez serving. Set it up to Santa Maria. That one's long. 10-3. Lady Wildcats leading, extending the lead to 7. Here comes Gonzalez. In the middle. Second shot goes over. That's Salinas. Guzman for your Wildcats. In the middle to Rodriguez. Good save by Guzman. Gonzalez set it up to Castillo. Castillo pushes it over. Del Villar. And that one is going to go off the hands of your Lady Wildcats. It's going to be point for the Lady Bobcats. 4-10, they trail by 6. Santa Maria serving. Guzman, Gonzalez. Rodriguez sending it over for the Lady Bobcats. Amaya in the middle. To Guzman. And she brings it down. 11-4. Escobedo and Larraga coming onto the court, replacing Mata and Amaya. Larraga will be serving for your Lady Wildcats. Vega sends it right over on the first shot. Larraga pushing it over, trying to get to the back row. This time the Lady Bobcats catch the Lady Wildcats on their heels, and it's a point for the Lady Bobcats. 5-11 is the score. Rodriguez will take a seat Natalie Hernandez back on the court for Lady Bobcats. Hannah Vega serving. They trail by 6. Gonzalez. That's going to be Castillo from the back row, sending it across. Salinas. Good job there by Gonzalez, hustling. At the net is Guzman. She cannot handle it, and it's point for the Lady Bobcats. 6-11. Ace from Vega. Coach Nava wants a timeout. She gets one. They lead 11-7 here in the third set. We're going to take a timeout with them. You're enjoying Lady Wildcat Volleyball right here on K-West. After a quick timeout, we're back here at the Weslaco East High School Gymnasium. K-West bringing you this match between your Lady Wildcats and Lady Bobcats. Lady Wildcats lead the third set, 11-7. Drop the first two. And the Lady Bobcats with a point right after the timeout. Cut the lead to 3, 8-11. Hannah Vega is serving for the Lady Bobcats. That's Gonzalez in the middle to Larraga. Gonzalez sending it over. Vega pops it across for the Lady Bobcats. Guzman at the net. Finds a soft spot in the defense of the Lady Bobcats, and that's another point for your Lady Wildcats. 12-8, they lead. Brisa Guzman will be serving. In the middle, Santa Maria to Salinas. Back row is Gonzalez. In the middle, Larraga to Gonzalez. Vega, Santa Maria at the net. That's going to be a double hit. Point, Lady Wildcats, 13-8. They now lead by 5. Brisa Guzman serving. She sends it over. Del Villar sends it across for the Lady Bobcats. This time at the net, Hernandez with a great job. They're going to call 4 hits. And it's going to be point Lady Bobcats. 9-13. Couple of substitutions made by both squads. Serving is Vianney Trevino. Larraga to the corner, and that's Castillo, and she gets it across, and it's point Lady Wildcats. 14-9. I'm sorry, 15-9, point Lady Wildcats. Megan Gonzalez now serving for your Lady Wildcats. That one is at the net, and a great job by Munoz. Lady Bobcats answer. That is Hernandez with the point for the Lady Bobcats. 10-15, they trail by 5. Bree Salinas taking a breather. Kristen Salinas coming on for her and will also be serving. That one gets over as it snags the net. Gonzalez sends it across a little wide. Point Lady Bobcats, 15-11. They are trailing. Lady Bobcats with the serve. In the middle to Castillo. And she comes down with it hard to extend the lead to 5, 16-11. Erlinda Amaya now serving for your Lady Wildcats. Ace by Amaya. 6-point lead for your Lady Wildcats. Munoz on to the court. Larraga taking a breather. Amaya. Lady Wildcats up 17-11 in the third set. This time, the Lady Bobcats cannot bring it across. She placed it almost in the same spot she did last time. She now extends the Lady Wildcat lead to 7. They lead 18-11. Seeing some really good play out of your Lady Wildcats. A lot of great communication, a lot of great setting, and of course, some shots that the Lady Bobcats just do not have an answer to. Another thing that the Lady Wildcats have done really well is finding those soft spots. Spots that the Lady Bobcats either cannot get to or cannot get to cleanly or fast enough. And they're struggling with that. They lead by 7. 18-11 in the third set. They dropped the first two, 25-17 and 25-19. Amaya serving. We'll try it again. Here we go. To the back row to Vega. Set up in the middle. Great job by Medina. But they're going to charge the Lady Wildcats with a carry. And it's point Lady Bobcats, 12-18. They trail. Vega will have a seat. And the Lady Bobcats will send Rodriguez onto the court. Hernandez serving. Amaya setting to Munoz. Munoz. And the Lady Bobcats answer and find a soft spot in the defense of the Lady Wildcats. And they score themselves another point. Cut the lead to 5, 13-18. Hernandez with the serve. That one's going to sail long. 19-13, lead back to 6. Brisa Guzman and Danielle Castillo back on the court. Alyssa Medina and Laisha Castillo being replaced. Castillo with the serve. Rodriguez, third shot gets across. Amaya pushing it over. Vega driving it deep, but Gonzalez tracks it down. This time Amaya on the second hit puts it over. Gonzalez up into the rafters. Got misplayed by the Lady Wildcats. Point Lady Bobcats, the lead is 5. Trevino being replaced by Del Villar. Back row to Gonzalez. Guzman brings it across for your Lady Wildcat. Rodriguez with a little dink. Good dig there from Guzman. Munoz trying to get it deep, but it's great save by the Lady Bobcats. At the net is Amaya. Good play. And a Charger with a carry. Timeout, Lady Wildcats, so we'll take one with them. Lady Wildcats lead 19-15 here in the third set.
Before Christine McCleary was a physical therapist, she was an honor student at Weslaco ISD, played sports, and was a cheerleader. She graduated from Ohio State University, then physical therapy school at Texas State University. Now she is Dr. Christine McCleary at Triumph Therapy and part of the clinical faculty at UTRGV School of Medicine. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Christine McCleary, WISD was the right choice.
Welcome back to the Weslaco East High School Gymnasium. K-West bringing you Lady Wildcat Volleyball. They lead here in the third set, 19-15. Guerra serving for the Lady Bobcats. Amaya setting it up to Guzman. Vega with a good save. At the net, Rodriguez. Gonzalez in the back row keeps it in play for the Lady Wildcats. Munoz Lady Bobcats keeping it alive. Del Villar at the net is Munoz, and a big stuff. Point Lady Wildcats, 20-15. Ariana Gonzalez serving for your Lady Wildcats. Set to Del Villar. Gonzalez with a good dig. That's Castillo singing across for your Lady Wildcats. To the corner. That's going to be a double hit. Charge to the Lady Bobcats. Point Lady Wildcats, 21-15, they lead. Gonzalez can't handle that one. Point Lady Bobcats, 16-21, they trail. The Salinas substitution happening again. Kristen Salinas on the court now. Santa Maria serving. Mata. Guzman. Vega with the save. Pushing it across is Santa Maria. Set up to Hernandez. But Rodriguez with the block. Guzman. Santa Maria with the save. Trying to put it into the corner, but Gonzalez tracking it down. Vega getting herself involved. They got to get it across, and they cannot, so that's a point for the Lady Bobcats. Santa Maria with the serve. Amaya setting it up for Gonzalez. Bobcats can't answer. 22-17. Lady Wildcats leading. Escobedo and Salinas back on the court. Munoz and Amaya being replaced. Salinas serving. Santa Maria, second shot goes across. In the middle to Castillo. Hernandez, Santa Maria with the save. Back row to Santa Maria. She's going to bump it over. Salinas to the corner to Guzman. Played well there by Vega. Del Villar. Gonzalez. Wildcats got to get across, and they do. Great play, great hustle, and that's got the Lady Wildcat crowd excited. Great call there by Gonzalez. And they're going to call a double hit there, and it's going to be point Lady Bobcats. (18-22). Vega with the serve. Gonzalez, Salinas, Hernandez. They're going to say that's long. Point Lady Bobcats. They trail by 3, 19-22 here in the third set. Vega with the serve. Gonzalez, and they can't get that one across, so the lead is now 2. Lady Bobcats 20, Lady Wildcats 22. Castillo being replaced by Castillo, Danelle, and Lisha. Lisha is on the court. Vega is serving for the Lady Bobcats. That one is set across by Escobedo. Santa Maria pushes it across. They got to get it across. The Lady Wildcats do, and they do. Santa Maria with the set to the middle to Hernandez, and she can't get it over. Point Lady Wildcats, 23-20. They lead by 3. Brisa Guzman with the serve. Santa Maria again with the second shot across. Lady Wildcats got to get it over. Good job there by Megan Gonzalez. That one's at the net, and the Lady Bobcats can't play it, and it's now 24-20. Chance for Lady Wildcats to get one back here. Guzman with the serve. Santa Maria setting it up to Hernandez. Good save there by Gonzalez. And the Lady Wildcats cannot answer, so the score is now 21-24. V. Trevino back on the court. Del Villar gets a breather. Trevino serving. In the middle. And that one is long. Point, Lady Bobcats. They trail by 2, 22-24. Trevino back. Line is Gonzalez. Right corner is Gonzalez. Again, Santa Maria with that second shot over. In the middle to Gonzalez. Santa Maria setting it up to the middle, and that is Hernandez setting it across for the Lady Bobcats. Here comes Gonzalez with a push across. Santa Maria returning the favor. At the net is Hernandez. And that's Castillo with the point and the game for your Lady Wildcats. They take set number 3, 25-22, trail by 1, 2-1. We go to set number 4. We'll be back with set number 4 right here on K-West. Welcome back to the Weslaco East High School Gymnasium. K-West bringing you Lady Wildcat Volleyball. Set number 4, Lady Wildcats trail 2-1. Fell the first two, 25-17, 25-19. Took the third one, 25-22, and get the first point here in set number 4. Amaya serving for your Lady Wildcats. Amaya with the serve. Santa Maria pushing it over. Lady Wildcats cannot get it back. 1-1. Vega serving for the Lady Bobcats. Munoz at the net is Amaya. Back to Munoz. Munoz. Solid shot there, but the Lady Bobcats defend it well, and they're a little long, and it's point Lady Wildcats. 2-1 is the score. Laisha Castillo now serving. Amaya in the middle. That's Mata into the net, point Lady Bobcats. Del Villar coming on for Trevino. Castillo, little wide, point Lady Bobcats. (3-2) Lady Bobcats lead here in set number 4. Castillo, Amaya, Munoz. Good save by the Lady Bobcats. That's Hernandez. Great dig there from Gonzalez. And Munoz with another kill. 3-3. Megan Gonzalez replacing Munoz. Ariana Gonzalez serving. At the net. That's Hernandez pushing it over. Hernandez. Gonzalez for your Lady Wildcats. Gonzalez to Amaya. To the top is Guzman. Lady Bobcats keep it in play. Back row libero sending it over. In the middle to Gonzalez. She trying to find an empty spot, but Del Villar is there. And a good shot there from Gonzalez. And that's another point for your Lady Wildcats. And they lead 4-3. Ariana Gonzalez serving. Setting it up to Del Villar. Gonzalez with a great save. Little miscommunication there. That one touches the court, and it's now tied at 4. Salinas replacement for the Lady Bobcats. De Santa Maria serving. Middle set to Guzman, and she finds an empty spot. They're going to say that's in. 5-4. Lady Wildcat lead. Larraga along with Escobedo coming onto the court. They'll replace Mata and Amaya. Larraga with the serve. Santa Maria with a set to Hernandez, and that one is into the net. And it's point Lady Bobcats. 5-5 is the score. Rodriguez replacing Vega. Hernandez serving for the Lady Bobcats. Gonzalez, middle set Larraga. Gonzalez sending it over. Rodriguez with the bump cross. Set to Guzman, and they can't handle that one. Point Lady Wildcats. Brisa Guzman with the serve. Pushed across by Santa Maria. She likes that second shot over. Laisha Castillo. Set in the middle to Rodriguez. Back row, that's Gonzalez. Middle set to Gonzalez. Saved by the Lady Bobcats. Castillo. Lady Wildcats got to get it over, and they don't. Point Lady Bobcats. Score is tied at 6. Alyssa Medina replacing Brisa Guzman. V. Trevino serving for Lady Bobcats. Middle set to Escobedo. Bobcats answer. Larraga sets to Castillo. Block at the net by Rodriguez. 7-6 Lady Bobcats lead. Trevino serving for the Lady Bobcats. Second shot goes over, and that is in. Point Lady Wildcats, 7-7. Munoz replacing Gonzalez. Megan Gonzalez back to serve. Ace. 8-7. Great placement there by Megan Gonzalez. Santa Maria and Castillo pushes it over on the second shot. Munoz trying to find that soft zone, but it goes a little long, and that's a point for Lady Bobcats. Megan Gonzalez taking a breather. Ariana Gonzalez back on the court. Lady Bobcats serving. Kristen Salinas. Score tied at 11. Laisha Castillo into the net. 9-8. Lady Bobcats lead. Kristen Salinas serving. Middle set from Larraga. That's Escobedo into the net. Point Lady Bobcats. 10-8. They extend the lead to 2. Larraga being replaced by Salinas. Lady Bobcats with the serve. Set to Munoz. Save Vega. Good job there by Castillo. Second shot goes across for the Lady Wildcats. Set to Santa Maria. Point, Lady Wildcats. Couldn't tell if that went into the net or if Munoz blocked it. But nonetheless, it's a point for your Lady Wildcats. They trail by 1. 9-10. Amaya serving for your Lady Wildcats. Set to Santa Maria, and she brings that one into the net. And now your Lady Wildcats have tied it up at 10. Amaya with the serve. That one doesn't make it over. Point, Lady Bobcats. They lead by 1, 11-10. Rodriguez gets a breather. Natalie Hernandez back on the court. Hannah Vega serving. Couldn't be handled by the Lady Wildcats. 12-10 is the lead by, or for, your Lady Bobcat. Vega with the serve. Munoz. Amaya back to Munoz. Blocked at the net by Hernandez. Set to the corner. Bumped across by the Lady Bobcats. This one is going to be set for Escovedo. I'm sorry, it's not Escovedo, that's Mata. Gonzalez sent that one a little long. 13-10, Lady Bobcats lead by 3. Mata to Gonzalez. Gonzalez bumps it over. Vega setting it up in the middle. That's Hernandez. And Medina cannot handle that one. And the Lady Bobcats extend the lead to 4. 14-10 is the lead in set number 4. Lady Bobcats leading 2-1 here at Weslaco East High School. There's a timeout on the court. We'll take one alongside of them. You're enjoying Lady Wildcat volleyball right here on K-West.
Before David Lozano started practicing law, he was a student at Weslaco ISD. He participated in UIL athletics. He was a regional qualifier. He earned college credits through the dual enrollment program. After high school, he attended the University of Texas before graduating from St. Mary's School of Law. Now he helps people in need as an attorney. WISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For David Lozano, Weslaco ISD was the right choice.
Welcome back, Weslaco East High School. K-West bringing you Lady Wildcat volleyball. They trail 14-10 in set number 4, down 2-1. Gonzalez to Amaya. Munoz in the middle. Saved by the Lady Bobcats. Hernandez. Great job by Medina. Munoz trying to send it across on the second shot, but the Lady Bobcats were waiting for that one. And that's a point for the Lady Bobcats. 15-10 is their lead. Vega with the serve. Gonzalez. Amaya, second shot goes over. Santa Maria in the middle to Hernandez. Good save there by Amaya. Medina. And that one is in. Great placement by Medina. Point, Lady Wildcats. They cut it the lead to 4. Danelle Castillo back on the court, and she'll serve. Lady Bobcats middle set. Hernandez can't get that one over. Point, Lady Wildcats. 12-15. Lead is 3. Castillo serving. Up against the net, and a great job there by Mata. Santa Maria. Munoz can't get it back. Point, Lady Bobcats. (16-12) Lady Bobcats leading this in set number 4. Ariana Guerra serving. That one sails long. Point, Lady Wildcats. Gonzalez with the serve. In the middle is Hernandez. Amaya with the save. Guzman. Vega for the Lady Bobcats. Back row, she gets it to the libero. And a good job there by Amaya. Did a great hustling there to keep it in play. Gonzalez, Amaya in the middle. That's Gonzalez. That's going to be a little long. 17-14, Lady Bobcats lead. That one missed by a couple of inches. Santa Maria serving for the Lady Bobcats. Amaya set in the middle to Guzman. Blocked by Lady Bobcat. But Gonzalez gets it right back for your Lady Wildcats. Amaya setting it to Guzman. Guzman saved by Del Villar. This time it's Mata. And she finds an empty spot. Point, Lady Wildcats. 14-17, they trail by 3. Escobedo and Salinas back on the court, replacing Mata and Amaya. Castillo with the serve for your Lady Wildcats. That one right at the net. And Santa Maria puts your hands on the net. So that's a point for your Lady Wildcats. Cut the lead to 2, 15-17. In the fourth set, Lady Wildcats trail 2-1. Drop the first two, grab the third one. Castillo with the set to Guzman. Santa Maria with the save. She's got to get it over, and she does. Good save there by Escobedo. Lady Wildcats send it back to the Lady Bobcats. Good net play there from Gonzalez. Needed a little help, didn't get it. Point, Lady Bobcats. They lead by 3. Rodriguez replaces Vega. Hernandez serving for the Lady Bobcats. We're going to replay that point, as there's some flash photography here in the gymnasium. (18-15) Lady Bobcats leading, I'm sorry. Castillo with the set in the middle to Gonzalez. She bumps it over. Santa Maria sets in the middle to Rodriguez. Lady Wildcats into the net, 19-15. Lady Bobcats leading. Coach Nava wants a timeout. Wants to talk things over with her girls. They trail 19-15 here in set number 4. They trail overall 2-1. Dropped the first one, 25-17. Dropped the second one, 25-19. Came back, won the third set, 25-22, and are down in set number 3, 19-15. Wants to make sure everyone's where they need to be, and of course, make sure everybody's discussing where they're going to be at and who they're setting to. So the Wildcats, broken huddle, they're back on the court. Bobcats have now broken huddle as well, and they are making their way back to the court. 19-15, Lady Bobcats lead. Natalie Hernandez serving for the Lady Bobcats. Gonzalez, Castillo, Gonzalez. That one gets over and in a great spot. And that's what Coach Nava wants to see from her Lady Wildcats. Laisha Castillo back on the court, replacing Danelle Castillo. Brisa Guzman serving, trailing by 3, 16-19. Castillo in the middle, Salinas, I'm sorry, in the middle with the set to Rodriguez. Castillo to Gonzalez. That one's long. 20-16 is the score. Medina on the court for Guzman. Del Villar being replaced by Trevino. Trevino serving. Medina, Castillo. Castillo saved by Vega. Set to Vega in the back row. Finds an empty spot. Lead by 5, 21-16. (21-16) in set number 4. At the net is Castillo. Can't play that one. Point Lady Bobcats, 22-16. Larraga replacing Salinas. Trevino serving. Larraga with the set to Castillo. Saved by Salinas. Dinked over by the Lady Bobcats, and it's another point. (23-16). Trevino serving. That one goes across, can't be handled by Guerra nor Rodriguez. Point Lady Wildcats. Munoz back on the court for Lady Wildcats. Megan Gonzalez serving. Trying to get the Lady Wildcats back into this one. First shot comes right back over. Larraga with the middle set to Munoz. And that cannot be handled by the Lady Bobcats. 18-23. Lady Bobcats want a timeout. Coach Dominguez wants to talk things over. They lead by 5, 23-18 here in set number 4. We'll take a quick timeout as well. You're watching Lady Wildcat Volleyball right here on KWS. Volleyball, 23-18. Lady Bobcats leading in the 4th set. Santa Maria with a back set to Salinas. Larraga setting to Munoz. They're going to call a carry. Match point for the Lady Bobcats. Megan Gonzalez taking a breather. Serving for the Lady Bobcats, Kristen Salinas. To Gonzalez. Larraga set to Munoz. Munoz saved by Salinas. Second shot back over. Larraga in the set to Munoz. Munoz, good, hard hitting at the net. And that's a point for the Lady Bobcats, and that's the match for the Lady Bobcats. They take set number 4, 25-18, and win this one 3-1. Lady Bobcats win number 1 and number 2, 25-17, 25-19. Lady Wildcats win the third one, 25-22. Lady Bobcats win the last one, 25-18, to take this one, and they start off district play 1-0. Your Lady Wildcats drop to 1-1 in 31-6A play. For KWS, I am Joe Aguilar, joined by Vinny Berry, saying goodnight, where the Lady Bobcats defeat the Lady Wildcats 3-1 in District 31 6A Volleyball. We'll see you next time right here on KWS.